Looking good, YouTube. My name's Love Game, or PD1 Piranha if you prefer, and I'm man destined to be king. Last time we started up the New Century Zero arc of this game, and this time, what else are we gonna do but continue it? By the order of Mr. Judgment here, the Buffalo team, are we just gonna teleport? I couldn't tell if he said send you the coordinates or send you to the coordinates. But yeah, that's pretty much true. I mean, the tournaments in this portion of the show were like... That's how it went. It wasn't like a traditional 3-round or whatever kind of thing. This is how it went. You just had to keep on going. I mean, lucky for them, it was only one battle per episode. But still yet, the fact remained you had to always be on your toes, you know? As you can make kind of a pit stop in this town if we want to, which we do, or else we wouldn't be here. Just kind of wanted to see what was popping in the way of free items, perhaps? Ooh, Koenig Wolf, now that I like. By which I mean I like the DSR version. The original's kind of bare bones, if you ask me. I know a lot of people like the Koenig Wolf, it's cool. It's not my favorite because the model kit is like all one color and looks just fucking awkward, but... Why the hell is why is everything destroyed here? Do you have anything to say? That's great to know. That is incredibly pertinent information. You know, between fish and meat, mushrooms are my favorite too. I'm loving this insight we're getting here from these fine townsfolk. You can tell this game was made with a very high budget, because why wouldn't we get, you know, pure gold in the form of those type of lines? That's also very good to know. I mean, at least it kind of makes some sense in context, but why would you make that a hobby? I mean, window shopping. What, do you just watch the TVs that are on display and watch whatever the hell was playing on them at the time? You know what, I would, but I'm gonna have to get my piano out for you. I would like a drink, but I'm gonna have to prove myself that I am indeed 21. Yeah, I just got done telling you. Jeez, what the fuck is wrong with people here? I am glad I showed that off. We'll sing Piano Man later. We got some fighting to do right now. Yeah, they got pretty badly fucked. The Buffalo team did, so we got ourselves a unsanctioned battle, which I mean 0999. That ain't good. This is arguably one of the best named Zoids in the entire, what the fuck? You can't even pronounce or spell match right? You added an eon for no reason. I believe it was Fuma team in the original, to be fair. They're attacking the hover cargo! Bruh. That is entirely against the rules. I am not going to stand for that for even a second, but wait till you see what these Zoids are called. I mean, they're kind of fishy looking Zoids. No. These, my friend, are called the Wardicks. And let me tell you, this entire game has a lot to do with Wardicks. It has nothing to do with Seawizzy, as a matter of fact. It only has to do with Wardicks. And I will let you know right now, they were actually called War Sharks in the original. Well, I mean, not in the original, but really in the dub. Believe it or not, this is not a translation error. Wardick was the official name for this Zoid in Japan. I believe it had something to do with the fact that it was like Moby Dick, That's my best guess, anyways. But let me tell you, these dicks like to shoot stuff at us quite often. I don't know about you guys, but I get pretty tired doing that. More than one time in a row. But Lena has got something to say about that, and it's going to be said in the form of a very long animation. Possibly the longest one in the game, because we're hitting all 6 targets this time. What the fuck, is the music cutting out because of this? Jeez, this is like Gen 1 Pokemon stuff. Holy shit. You go, Lena. But yeah, they are called war sharks in the English version. They're not really sharks. They're actually based off of that one extinct fish. It's like, coelacanth, or however you pronounce that. Forgive me if I'm not saying that right. I can't remember. It's the same fish that Relicanth is based off of in Pokemon. But, I mean, they do vaguely resemble sharks. It wouldn't be like, I wouldn't hold it against you to compare this thing to a shark, but yeah, man, we got the Wardicks. I mean, I just, it's kind of unfortunate that they decided to name one of the most phallic shaped Zoids, you know, the Wardick. How else can I say it? But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just like a reference to Moby Dick of some sort, which is kind of weird because these aren't whales. They're not anything close to whales. They're based off of a fish that was previously thought to be extinct before they found out, oh yeah, these guys live really deep in the ocean or some shit. But yeah, these guys back in the anime were like kind of dangerous because they could, you know, they're land sharks. They can burrow under the ground. What was cool about it is that they were able to win the battle by using their old tactics, because Jamie was trying to give them some like complex strategy and they couldn't use it. But Blitz team tend to be very like vitriolic towards one another. Like they're good friends, but they're also just like, they don't always agree with each other, to put it lightly. They're always kind of at odds. I mean, at the end of the day, they're all teammates, but you have Lena, who wants to, you know, just go all out. Brad, who's kind of the, you know, he's still got his merc mindset going on. And he's all about, you know, just getting that cash, you know? And it was thought that they didn't work all that well together because they would constantly fight. There was a lot of, what the word is, infighting. They would do a lot of infighting, so it was thought that that was what was holding him back. But in reality, that was the reason that they succeeded. So they used that to their advantage in order to win, which I thought was kind of a cool thing, that they were able to, that their fuckery, to put it lightly, was the whole reason they were doing so good in the first place. And that's why New Century Zero has such a great character dynamic, if you ask me. It's just one of the many things that often had going for it, you know? Even if the plot wasn't very thick. I mean, it wasn't nearly as thick as Claudia, but that's kind of a hard, that's, you know, raising the bar pretty high there. It had a lot of really good character dynamics, and that was a great example of it, was that they would constantly disagree on how to approach a battle, but the way they fought ended up being the reason behind their success. Which you could also argue is kind of a way of giving them a free win, but again, that's not a bad thing. Because they do exude, or they do display a, you know, basic understanding of teamwork. Not that they don't. It's just that their style of battles would always conflict with one another. Which could cause a few complications. Holy shit, that's some damage right there. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to wait here. I'll probably take Lena off of the team eventually to get Max back on the squad, but I just kind of wanted to show him off for the time being, or show her off rather, because she is one of my favorite characters. So it's only fair. Man, I'm digging these tunes though, let me tell you. It's not as good as the Wild Battle theme, but it's got that heroic feel to it, you know? But yeah, these guys ended up showing up again, this time with active camo, which I believe is what this fight is representing. They showed up and they had this weird, they were called the Neo War Sharks in this episode. They had like an active camo system going on. I know it's actually called something different in this game, but I always refer to it as active camo because, let's just, fuck it. Yeah, I refer to it as active camo because I'm a big Halo nut. At least I was back in the day. But yeah, that girl's name is Fuma, I believe. That's why the team was called that, even though it was erroneously referred to as Huma, which I believe it was also done so in Battle Legends, to be fair. It wasn't just this game, it was just... I mean, Battle Legends has a better translation than this game, but, like, it's still got a few problems, you know? It's got its issues here and there. But I don't know, the dubbing's kind of hit or miss. Like, most of the lines sound serviceable at the very least. Just you have a few that are questionable. You know, a few that sound like Lena for some reason just says how dare, not how dare you, just how dare. Just kind of hippocanuous if you ask me. Now that is the power of a DCSJ right there. Holy shit, that money. It's like double what we had almost, or maybe a third of it if you ask me, but oh yeah. They ain't about to fuck with us, fam. Team Zero is on that next level. And I believe we deserve a bit of a reward for that, which I will treat this team to myself. Why is this place so fucked up, though? It's like it got hit by a... It's like something out of Fallout. Like, what is going on? Like, I get that maybe not all the towns are completely pristine, but why is... What are the huge plants doing here as well? Ah, no deck command from you, huh, fam? Let's see what we can do here. I kind of want to get some more output. Arguably, I'd like to get that on the Rattler, maybe? Or the Buster Eagle is good, too. Yeah, Buster Eagle it is. Let's go ahead and improve defense. On what, though, is the question. I guess the gun sniper, it's kind of fragile. Then we'll do this. I guess we can level up the beam cannon. We haven't done anything with that yet. Let's see. I know what Zoid I want for Claudia, but I haven't just encountered it yet, so bear with me here. Just overpower that Buster Cannon even more, because why not? That's a lot of money for that. I don't know about that, fam. Let's see. The cannon, that's a little bit less, so I'll take it. Oh yeah, that's some good power right there. I'm sure you guys love seeing me go through menus. That's what you watch these videos for. Willing to bet. Willing to put it on the hood, you know? I guess for now we can upgrade this again, just cause. The Fly Scissors has pretty good generator output as it is. We don't need to upgrade it, I don't think. I guess we're done here. I would like, if I possibly can, to use Max. But I want to give Lena some time to shine in this part here. Give me 1 second, folks. Actually, no. I was gonna look at something, but it ain't even worth the time, fam. Just keep going. Alright, Jimmy. What is this abnormal gravity you're telling us about? But yeah, his actual name is Jamie Hameros, to be precise. Are we supposed to go this way, or am I tripping? Because he pointed us in this direction, so I'm just gonna have to assume, you know, that we're gonna have to be going this way, because why would we turn that way? That's a little bit... Wait a second. Oh, he's saying the southwest. Okay. I was wondering why he was pointing us in that direction. Alright. Yeah, the Tigers team here. A little bit of a history. They were the first team to ever face the Blitz team in the anime, at least. I mean, they had been going for a while before then, but they started off being kind of a threat, and they ended up being kind of the joke team of the series. There were several like scenes of them just kind of sitting there eating ramen over a campfire because they were so poor from losing all the battles. Yeah, I guess Rayon is like the Japanese romanization or something, but Dr. Laon is this guy's name. He was pretty crazy. I mean, this guy had he had this major rivalry going on with Dr. Toros, because this dude was like, bruh. He had this kind of fascination with Lena. And it was such a long story too. It was such an interesting thing. It was like he ended up sending the wrong letter to, because originally he was in love with the woman who would become Lena's daughter. Or Lena's daughter, oh my god. Fucking Steve's daughter. Lena would be birthed by this woman who was like... Originally, Dr. Laon was in love with her. I'm fucking tripping tonight, bro. You know what I fucking mean. He was in love with the woman who would become Lena's mom, is what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say, bruh. Unlike DSP, I actually correct myself when I say these strange, wordings. Not gonna offer me a drink, huh? Alrighty then. That was a lot of useful information right there, if I do say so myself. But yeah, someone was supposed to deliver the letter and signed it to the wrong name. And so Steve got with Lena's mom, whose name I do not know. Oh, this is great. I fucking love this part, dude. This guy is like the hardest pressed man in the world, and you'll be seeing it. He was like my favorite villain character when I was a kid, too. I used to talk about him when I would discuss Zoids with my friends back at elementary. This is like two dudes basically not jerking each other off, but like jerking off over each other's PC builds. Because they're talking about how great their fucking transport Zoids are. Bit and friends. Yeah, fam, let's do it. Where the hell is it, though? But yeah, this is great because Dr. Leon's got his big ol' whale king. And against the hover cargo, it's like... This is so good. This is gonna be like a long, fucking drawn-out joke. So bear with me here. Yeah, they were kind of, they were these rivals for a while, just because of that reason. For no reason other than that, you know? It was all due to a misunderstanding, which is how a lot of problems seem to arise IRL. They were just young, dumb, and full of cum, fam. It's like borderline creepy because Dr. Laon ends up what do you call it? Yeah, capturing Lena because like she ended up being kind of a spitting image of her mom, who Dr. Laon was in fact in love with. So he sends a ridiculous amount of sleeper Zoids at us. It's a little crazy, but you know, what can we do? I believe this will finish it off, so this ain't the end of it, let me tell you. This is one of my favorite scenes, including Claudia, though. If you have her on the team, she'll say something funny. But yeah, when I was a kid, I thought this guy was just like the funniest thing ever because he wasn't really an evil person. He just hated Steve Toro so much that he would do anything to spite him, really. And I can relate. I've held grudges myself. But yeah, he's talking about like this is his own special whale king. He's got his fucking i7 processor, 1080 Ti graphics card, and custom loop cooling system. Yeah, he actually references the Death Soar. That's in the anime too, even though the Death Soar was only but shown in Chaotic Century. So it's kind of a nice callback. If you watch Chaotic Century, you'll know that. I just love this though, just because he's like completely shooting his mouth off, and then Steve is like, that ain't shit. I got the best armor in the world. It's some Zoid Magnite armor, as a matter of fact, which is one of the other things from Chaotic Century that they use to cure Zeke. I do like Zeke. I felt bad for him sometimes, because he kind of got his shit kicked in every now and then. Not that often, but it happened. He kind of kicked Van's shit in the first episode, though, so you know. Just depends what you feel about him, I guess. I did change the color of the Buster Eagle off screen. I kind of painted it white, which isn't that different from its original color, but it's like a different shade of white and has green eyes now, so there is that. The Sinker, as you can see, is a Manta Ray type Zoid. It's pretty cool. I used to have that kit back in the day when I was younger. I would like to own it again because I want to paint it to look like Mantine, because if you see a Manta Ray, you think Mantine. Unless you're a scrub. You know what? I'll break my rule just this once. There you go. Just to save you guys a little bit of a lengthy animation there. That's true, Brad. That's very true. And yeah, he's gonna be like, bruh, my hover cargo, let me tell you, it has 32 GB of DDR4 RAM. So you ain't shit. Now we got some hammerheads put into the mix, including one with the Viking lance, interestingly enough. Let's go ahead and use suppliers, since these guys aren't even all that strong. We'll just fucking beat them in one turn anyways. My boy Rainer asserting his superiority. Yeah, I'm a big fan generally of the Raw Tiger team, which is why I'm trying to use them as much as I can, because I don't know, they're just they're great characters that didn't get enough screen time, if you ask me. I mean, one of their games didn't even get translated, bruh. That is completely uncool, if you ask me, and I'm sure my boy Falcarius would agree on that statement. Oh yeah, 270 just like the caliber. That's right, us Texans know our calibers of guns. From down south. Holy shit, that's a lot of damage, or more so than I expected anyways. They are really going for, I'm not really going for Claudia, but I gotta protect the waifu, or else I'm gonna be considered a failure. We can't have none of that. By the way, she's spelling Weasel wrong, which coincidentally is the spelling of the last name of the other Nate that I know, Nate Weasel. I guess it's really Weasel, but Weasel sounds cooler because it's like the animal, so on the off chance you're watching this, Nate Weasel, who has a birthday one day before mine, I believe, or is it after? I can't remember. What's up, man? I ain't heard from you in a whole minute. He wasn't even that far off from me either. He was up in New Mexico back in the day, but I think he's moved over to Canada now. Got rid of one of those things, thankfully. Let's see, I guess we'll just use, doesn't really matter, does it? Fuck it. Got our Schneider here, rocking the orange, my favorite color. I just love the complete lack of tension that comes from, like, every time something tries to be epic or badass in this game, it's completely undermined by the horrible translation that's going on, because it's just, you can't help but laugh at it. It's like this one video I was watching. Oh yeah, Claudia and I can dodge anything you throw at us, fam. You ain't shit. But yeah, I was watching this video called Walkthrough of My House, and it was like this really cool horror-themed video. I actually like it. I would recommend it, personally, but it had this kind of dissonance to it, because you saw the dude's grandmother was kind of, like, dead in the, like, lying in the bed, dead. But this was in Japanese, because the subtitles said, like, there's a lot of rat turds here. He literally said rat turds, or mouse turd, whatever. And it was hard to take that part serious. But yeah, he's got Zoid Magnite armor, which is... The hover cargo is pretty tough, let me tell you. It's gonna take a few hits. And he has a 200-inch screen, fam, and this guy's got air conditioning in every room. Yeah, she's just like, I can't fucking believe this, fam. Claudia, you do not know Mr. Steve Toros too well. Oh shit, the light. And this happened in the show as well. He had like an anti-gravity field that would fuck up and like make a storm happen. Which was honestly just no good. Go ahead and use friendship just for safety. And originally the, yeah, we'll get swapped around because of the anti-gravity storm. But yeah, back in the day, or in the show rather, the Tigers team used this to get a long string of wins. Kinda unfortunate for the folks who was playing legit. They were getting this long string of wins because Dr. Laon helped them out in their time of desperation. It was kind of a pretty cool scene too, because they were like addressed by Dr. Laon as though he was this disembodied voice. It's pretty crazy because it was the first time. I want to say it was like the second time he showed up. I can't actually remember. I just need to fucking watch that show again. Because apparently fucking 5 times isn't enough. To be fair, it's been about a year since I've watched the show all the way through. Me and my friend are watching it through currently, so we're only into like, what, 6 episodes now, I think? Such a fucking good show, though. It's, like, seriously one of the best, like... You have a lot of those shows you watch when you're a kid, and you think for sure it doesn't hold up anymore, you know? That's what your mindset leads you to believe. You think that all those kids shows, particularly all those dubbed animes you used to watch on Toonami, don't hold up, but let me tell you, fam, I really do think that it holds up better than you might remember. Because, like I said, it just has such good character interaction going on. Which is something you don't see as often, you know. Especially in the Toonami area, slice of life was not a common theme. You had Tenchi Universe back then, which was a great show for the record. But it didn't have the same degree of, like... Tenchi Universe was kind of a genre roulette, because it was harem, it was action, adventure. It had a lot of stuff going on at the same time, really. That's what made it so good, if you ask me, but I'm just saying. Got a few level ups there. Oh yeah. Dude, he's full of energy, he's full of shit. But yeah, this is kind of the first time that the Tigers team are shown as kind of buddies with Steve and the Blitz team. It's kind of a heartwarming moment because they were originally seen as these kind of joke characters that were just not taken seriously at all, but it's kind of their point of redemption, I guess? Either way, I think that's enough for this time. Next time we will continue, once again, the New Century arc of the portion, whatever, of this game. So, this has been your boy, Love Game, and I wish you guys an incredibly blessed morning.